is my dogs. And I thought this would be a great time to show you guys kind of the animals we have right now. These are the ones that, they're not necessarily like homestead animals. One of them kind of consider me, but they're definitely our animals and our pets, and we love them so much. So our first one is, if you can't tell, is a puppy. This is Sky. And the one thing about our animals is that they all have really fun stories. So Sky, here's Sky. She's 10 months old. She is a lab, and they said blue heeler mix. Sky was a rescue, and not like your normal rescue. I was at Tractor Supply, not in the town I live in, but in like one of the cities nearby. And someone was trying to throw away a whole cart of puppies. And I think there was 6 or 7 of them. And she was one of them. And so I grabbed her, and we got the Tractor Supply employees, and all the puppies got taken. So none of them got thrown away, but she was a miracle puppy. She seriously has been like the best puppy we've ever had. She was completely out of her crate, and like we could trust her at about around like 5 months, which is unheard of. So we love Sky. She's a character. She's still full of energy, and I think there's definitely some more breeds in her than they tell us. But she's very cute. She has really fun ears and a really, really long tail. And she kind of has some white markings. The only blue heeler I see is like her toes are kind of gray spotted, but so that's really it, huh? Yeah, but we love you. You're the best. Okay, next is mama's girl right here, Arnja. This is Scout. She is our 4-year-old pure yellow lab. And she also wasn't necessarily rescued, but there is a place in Colorado where people who do puppy mills, who are like constantly breeding, that don't sell their puppies, they get taken to this place. And so it's basically like all the unwanted puppies. And Scout was very expensive, like the most expensive dog we've ever had, but she was so cute, and they said no one wanted her because she was the runt. So she is a very small lab. I can't remember if we think she's English or American lab. One of the ones are like really small. So she's definitely that, but she's even smaller for that breed. But yeah, those are our 2 puppies. We love them. We are obsessed with our dogs. They are probably the most spoiled, rotten animals we'll ever have. They get Christmas stockings, everything. Like, they are our children. So not usually when you have homestead dogs, I feel like a lot of people either come outside or they're like bird watching. Our dogs, they play hard, they nap on the couch, and they most definitely take up our entire bed. So this is Sky and Scout. We love them so much, and we really appreciate every day we have with them. We lost 2 of our dogs very traumatically, and so we really do not take dogs' lives for granted, and we just spoil them rotten, don't we? Yeah, they get very spoiled. All right, next up on our list is our barn kitties. This is Rado. You can tell because he has a white tip tail. This is Tiggy. They are both, well, I should say there's 3 of them, but they are huge lovers of people now. Last but not least, we have Elle. He is our hunter. We call a serial killer. He has a long list of animals that he has gotten already. But these are kitties. Our cats actually have a very unique story about how we got them too. My husband is actually allergic to cats, and so cats were always like the biggest no-no. When we first started dating, I was like, but they could be like barn cats. And he's like, absolutely not. And he also knows me and animals and knows that like nothing's truly like outside animal. But they were born in our boat that we had in Colorado. And when we moved here, we noticed that there was 3 like tiny kittens. I will show pictures of what they looked like. We put one of like our outside cameras inside the boat to see if we could capture them. We thought there was 1, and then we're like, okay, there's for sure like 2. And then the day that we were trying to capture them, we realized that there was 3 cats. So and they were feral. They would scream at you, they would hiss, they would claw, even if you like came in the same room as them. They hated humans. And so I spent a really, hey, that's the camera. I spent every single day with them, you know, slowly just like sitting in the room with them, just talking, you know, we played music for them. We kind of just got them trying to get used to humans, and Rado and Tiggy were the first two to kind of start like letting me pet them and do things like that. And then Elle actually did not like us at all until we moved to this property. I think because he can actually like fully hunt and move, and now he is one of the sweetest boys out there. And so it's kind of fun to see how far we've come with these kittens. Now cats, they're officially just 1 year old. We did, if you notice their ears, they're plain. I was to attach a picture, but if you notice their ears, they are clipped. We did get them spayed. They're all boys. We got them, oh, so neutered. We did get them neutered because they're all boys, and there's a whole thing with the ear clippings. So we did not want it to get it done. I thought it was really like a necessary procedure to clip their ears, and that made me really sad. And the vet that we went to did it anyways, and that's kind of was like a whole ordeal. But they do have their ears clipped. It is a sign for feral cats that they've already been fixed, so they don't get captured and fixed again. But my cats are not feral cats, they're barn cats. They don't leave this area, and so they wouldn't have got captured anyway. So it really breaks my heart that their ears are clipped, but luckily they did heal. They did not heal like they were supposed to. They bled for a really long time, but they did heal finally, and now it's just kind of part of them and their story. So that's our kitty cats. Okay, next up is not animals yet, but going to be. We just cleared out this huge space. They left a bunch of like old wood here from when they remodeled the house, and so you can kind of see it like piling up there. But we started clearing the space here, and this is actually where our duck coop is going to be. So we are trying to get this built before winter, and we'll see if that happens. But come springtime, we are hoping to get, no, we are going to get 8 baby ducklings, and we are so excited for our duckling adventure. Me and my husband did a lot of research on chickens and ducks and what animals we kind of wanted to introduce first, besides of course cats and dogs. And ducks just kind of hit all of our T's and X's and boxes. I'll go into more conversation later about why we chose ducks over chickens, but just know we are so excited, and the cuteness of ducklings in spring, I feel like it's gonna be the longest winter, just because me and him are both like, we're like, we can have him now, right? And we technically could do him now, but the temperatures are dropping so fast that we would have to keep him inside for like 12 weeks, and that's just not ideal. So we are gonna just be patient, build a nice coop, and then have some fun in spring. So welcome to our homestead. We call it Winging It Acres, which kind of goes on a play to the ducks, but also because we don't really know what we're doing, and we're always just kind of winging everything. So hope you guys enjoyed meeting everyone. Please make sure to follow the Instagram and subscribe, and we'll see you guys for the next video.